from a World Championship match in 1990. Garry Kasparov was up in exchange with bishops of opposite colors, and it was a very, very difficult game to win, which was won in a German.
Gukesh drops the queen back.
F2. Whew. Well, we'll just let time travel press us on this one. Mira, we're relying on you as far as the Ali Reza game is concerned too. We've got
Knight
two
D4,
huge games
D5.
to keep an eye
Apparently,
on.
Fabi is winning.
Fabi's winning.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, it's also in a very intricate way, but
Wow.
he is winning.
Okay. So, not a commentator's curse in this one. Queen to G3.
They're also down to minutes, by the way. Like
Minutes or
Fabi and
seconds?
Alireza. One is technically minutes, so
Okay.
1:10 for Alireza and 1:30 for
Because
Fabi.
we've been seeing these two, that is to say Gukesh and Daniel, exchanging, 10 seconds before making the moves. Probably Daniel's been a worse defender. He habitually, not only does he get down to 10 seconds, then he gets up.
And he makes his move with 2 seconds to spare on the clock. So now, again, it seems typical now, 5 seconds, and he decides to trade off queens. Oh, good decision?
I think it's a lost technical ending, but it's going to take quite a while, because I know that Garry really had to work hard for that point where he was an exchange up.
Okay, so if it's going to take a while...
Whoa, maybe... Oh, okay.
No, the knight went back to...
Yeah, I was about to say rook e7, rook a7, knight f5 is check. Very, very important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, rook f7 was just winning a... But I was saying the knight was better on f5. Jump in on this one, Miro. How does the computer assess it?
Well, we've missed, as you know, we've missed a lot of tactical tricks. The only one that I would like to highlight, that bishop, rook a4, yes,
Was allowing.
Well, knight e3, interestingly, was also a draw.
Yeah, and
Knight
followed
e3,
by bishop g2.
queen e3, bishop g2, yeah, and there is queen e8 to guard the rook, right? But here, apparently, it's a perpetual. Specifically because you always give a check attacking the rook.
So you can never... So, for example, king f3, queen
King
d3 check.
to d1, and you can't go to the e file.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so you're kind of staying in this box.
Yeah.
But it was a bit sophisticated, right?
Right, with very
so
little time.
over here, when we've gotten to... Yeah, a couple of moves ago, when we've gotten to trade the queens, that's a technically won position, and king h4 is a brilliant move played on the seconds. King h4 is the strongest move Gukesh found, being literally on seconds.
And the idea is that if I go king g6, you want
is
to go
to take
g4.
the pawn, Yasser, your favorite idea.
Yes. So king h4, the idea, as Miro's saying, take the pawn. King takes h5. And in case of king g6, I'm supposing I can go rook check.
G4, or check and G4.
Bishop
just
to
an immediate
d5.
G4.
Okay, that looks a little bit perplexing for me.
Maybe the rook can now come over. Is he trying to catch the white king in a mating net?
In a mating net.
Yeah, I was
Dang.
thinking, it doesn't have too many squares available to it. If it does capture on h5.
Well, a2 is hanging.
Okay, so
let's do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Let's get our rook into the game. Rook e2.
But then knight to f5 check, and you cannot capture on h5 because of knight g3.
Which is
Okay, so he's gone rook to d2.
right.
And
Again, he wants to take this pawn.
And also, if you do go g6, protecting the pawn, well, then you're just weakening yourselves on the dark squares.
Never,
so
never,
exactly, bishop b2, the king can now snake its way into f6.
I think we're obliged to
10
play king g6.
seconds.
Ooh, no, bishop a3 is a major threat too.
Okay, he's gone g6.
Ooh.
G6.
Never. King G5.
G4.
King G5 is good, G4 is good, anything is good. Yeah.
Oh, King G5,
like
bishop B2. and the rook will one day land on h8 splat. So this one is suddenly winning. King g5, very, very impressive play now by Gukesh. I think he's in a kind of a cruise mode.
Yep.
He's got this. Bishop b2, g4, and the rook will come to d8.
The bishop on c1, yes, sir. It was bound to be to play the crucial role.
It was bound for glory. We just didn't know. So rook to d8 immediately.
I don't know. It feels like g4 is always a good move in
Always
such
a good
situations.
move. I mean,
I
would be tempted by rook d8 personally. Rook d8 and just get ready to play bishop to b2.
He
Bishop
starts with
b2
bishop b2.
immediately. No, I
Yeah,
have
and
no
you've got
problems
your
with this one.
idea of rook to d8 with
Coming.
a checkmate on h8 coming.
You bet.
And
So does he have some ideas of knight
knight,
g8? No,
I was thinking
don't.
knight f5, knight g7, but then again, this invites the king to come into f6.
Doesn't it? Yes.
It's just going to
Dire.
be too much on the dark squares. And okay, knight g8 played.
Yeah, that's what I thought he might be setting up. But the problem for him is Zugzwang's going to be inevitable. The rook will land on d8. I will play g4. You will be forced one day to open up the h-file, and then the rook will come back to the h-file, and it will be checkmate.
And
g4 immediately? No.
well, g4, I thought there might be f6, but then okay, rook d8
For sure.
for sure, and we
Results.
see a result. And our
Bravo.
first decisive game, Gukesh beats Bogdan Daniel Diak. Oh, quite the tense game.
It
filled
was,
with
it was.
swings and also time scrambles. Maybe we can quickly turn our attentions to the game Ali Reza Fallujah.